Every time that you walk through the door, I'm hit by the same old tide, blinded by the lights, and I'm going through changes, but it's easier with you. I'm going through changes, and so are you. I live for the moments when you're around me. I know you've got secrets, but I can't keep on, and we're fading in and out together. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment. When I'm with you, I am not myself. You bring out the best in me, the side only you can see. And I don't need any other help than you standing by my side, if only for a while. I'm going through changes, and so are you.
Well, I must say, the replay mod cinematic that you just saw was probably the most fun that I've ever had playing Minecraft. We had an awesome event at the FFC, and then we ended up going and busting with everybody on the server. But man, was it a ton of fun, and honestly, some of the most fun was to be had in the spawn room, which a huge shout out to Jeb and Sim for making. Gosh, it was good looking. But before we go and do a little bit of exploring for the organization of aesthetic terraforming, I did want to show you the arena that we have for the FFC. You can see that all of our platforms are built in so that they're level with the line of water, which is a really cool aspect to it. We have our stadium bleachers with some hanging signs to kind of differentiate and divide the two halves. And then we can hop right here across the lily pad, where you'll see that each player has a little area where they can spawn, and then they can grab one fish, which they can use to play the game as we saw, along with one extra crafting table just for some extra decoration. And then in the pit itself, of course, we have a pool of lava right here where you can place down the trapdoors and you can hit your opponent with the fish and whatnot, and you get some extra points if you get into the lava here. And it was fun having this little podium too. A great little lookout at everyone that was hanging out here at the FFC. Anyway, as the sun sets on our beautiful little area over here, we have a little bit of work that we need to do for the organization of aesthetic terraforming. It's officially July 20th, meaning that we've given everyone an extra day. So hopefully everything that we have around to the Lotus SMP has been fixed up. And so we arrive at Pineapple's place. It looks like he has terraformed the entirety around his island. But the question here is, can he get around to fixing that dirt block? It looks like the answer is no. And we have one wooden block right here too. I don't know if he's just trying to play with me, along with these two nether wart blocks as well. We, of course, cannot stand for that. But I actually happen to be out of cherry saplings, so we're gonna have to take down this tree first. You can see that Mafurt over in this area is doing something incredible, and I have no idea what this terraforming project is going to be, but I'm definitely excited to see what it is. And I have no idea what all of these boats are for. Of course, you could think that I could give a cherry sapling violation here, but that would just be mean, because he really is doing some really incredible work. I mean, his wheat field goes further than you can see in my render distance, and the skill of this massive terraforming project, which has only come up in like a day or two, is just just astounding in my opinion. So I really can't wait to see what comes next. We can take a look and see if Skipper has made any developments as well. Of course, nothing here, so we're gonna have to place down a couple more cherry saplings, and even one up here as well, along with some pink petals around the area too. And I think that will do the trick. We'll change the sign to the 27th here as well. And let me warn you all, it only gets worse from here. Let's take our boat and we can see what everyone else is up to here on the server. We're coming up upon a quaint, cutesy little cottage over here. I've wanted to check out this area in the past, and I'm glad that we get the opportunity to do so now. I'm not exactly sure whose build it is, but I love the differentiation that we have with the crops here in this little crop field. It's definitely a little bit more organized than the way that I like to do my crop fields, but I love the way that these sorts of fields look too. We can head over in this direction and we can open the fence gate and we'll enter their house, where we can be greeted with a llama head up here for whatever reason. They have a pet dog right over here. I stepped on that pressure plate and it definitely scared me. And we have a smelting area right over here. It looks like a little bit of a crafting area too, where we can head upstairs to an ender chest and a brewing area too, along with a lectern. And I'm assuming, yep, a bedroom here too. I love the use of the moss that we have and the hanging trapdoors too. And they really seem to have a lot of materials that I don't happen to have myself. Also, the design that they have on this table here with the stairs is really cool too. We can open the door and we'll exit to a little bit of another wart patch, and they have a path right here that comes all the way down to the water. Everything looks really pretty here. It doesn't look like anything's out of place, that is, except for these two dirt blocks here. And there we have it. We have an oat violation, a level D offense, and a regular dirt block placement. Failure to remove or replace by 7/27/24, I don't mean 25, will result in a fine. But for now, we head back in the direction of the island of the happy campers. Now as the sun begins to set, we're going to come across Mild Maddie's base. As you can see, she has a panda in the dock right here, and one of the coolest looking bases in my personal opinion that we have on the server. We have a cool little awning that looks onto the water, and then a nice balcony over here that looks at the island of the happy campers, where Luma has actually come in and she's built a bridge over here. We have a nice grand entrance to her house, and we can open the door and you'll notice that she has a pink sheep in here. That's so cool, along with a fancy modern looking interior. And we can head up these cool stairs that we have right here to the second floor, which is outlined with wool, and I think that something happened to have happened to the sheep right here, but we won't ask any questions. I will applaud her. These banners right here that we have on the copper blocks look really cool, and it looks like we have a storage area right here. We can open the door and we have an awning that once again has a beautiful lookout to the rest of the island. The same happens to apply on this side right here, and just what a wonderful, like, realistic looking deck area. I must say I am quite impressed, and she's even gotten around to doing the backside of the cottage, and we have an iron golem right here with whom I should probably be careful about. Madi happens to have a little path that has rooted dirt right here too. I'm so jealous. I spent a long time looking for rooted dirt and I just really couldn't find any. Everything is detailed around in this area here, and I think that this corner right here that leads into Madi's farmland is one of the best that we have in the Lotus SMP so far. It's completely detailed. It's so cozy. It's just so nice to be in this area. It seems like a little bit of an escape away from everything else. And she has a little area where she's definitely been harvesting spruce logs over here. We have animals and pumpkins and melons over here, and I can't find a block out of place, which in my opinion is a really, really good thing. Well done, Madi. I'm quite impressed. And as we head along to our stutter home, we'll head under Luma's bridge right here, which you can see is wonderful wonderfully decorated with tons of stone bricks and some andesite as well, and it really makes the whole area come together too. It is always good to be home. We're gonna stop around the island and see if anything's out of place, and if there is, I'll check in with you, but I don't think there is gonna be anything. You can see actually by the replay mod cinematic that I'm showing you right now that we did a little bit of work on the Happy Camper Island with installing a path over here, and you can see that Sim actually ended up leaving a sign. He said, "I love this path, please continue it to my tent," which is something that I would definitely love to do. I have no problem doing so, and it looks like he's actually down there over by his tent, so I'd be more than happy to do that in the future. But if I'm being honest, although everything is looking really good around here, it doesn't really seem like anything has changed around the island. I'm sure that Sim is up to doing some really good things over there, but we're not going to bother him at the moment. For now, before we get to doing some building of our own, we're going to get back on our boat because I have one really cool build that I want to show you all. You see, I've had to bring us back in early. I was taking my chest boat down through Captain Pineapple's incredible bridge right here, and I actually happened to give him a sign and a compliment on it as well. But then I come around to this area right here, and you can see that there's nothing supporting this bridge. It's just a bunch of slabs with no support, and so it's time to place down the pink sign. This time, we have a level P offense, incompatible block placement, designation P. Failure to fix by 7/27/24 will result in a fine from Oat. I'm hoping that he gets the message sometime or another. And here we arrive back at Slip's Terracotta. We have the best terracotta for the best prices too. So come to Slip's Terracotta, it's what the best crafters do. But anyway, I'm gonna stop waffling and let's take a look at Cobb's incredible build. The tornado dome that he made is just so good looking. I don't know why we're going down, but you can see that it just looks like the wind from a tornado is pulling all of the blocks off the roof of this building. Here on the sign, we have Cobb's wind and fire and stuff. Let's open the door, we can head inside, and he's always quite good with interiors. We have tons of different storage items on the walls over here, where we can buy blaze rods with 3 diamonds per 16, along with magma cubes with 2 diamonds per stack, and I'm sure tons of other bits and bobs coming soon. We're gonna take out our diamonds, and it looks like we still have some in stock. It's gonna be 3 diamonds per 16. So I say let's take 2 stacks, and we'll place 6 diamonds in there. Each stack, the magma cubes right here, is going to be 2 diamonds, so we'll take 2 stacks right there, and we can place in our remaining diamonds. They say it's always good to support the locals, and look how cool the roof of the building is too. There's actually chests up here, which kind of makes me think, is this a parkour course? I'm not sure, but I know that I'm not going to be the only person trying this out. But a huge well done to Cobb. He has done such an incredible job on the shop, and if you think so too, I'd recommend heading over to his channel and hitting subscribe. He just hit 1,000 subscribers, and he's definitely worth checking out. And as you can see, we still have tons more work to do over at Slip's Tea compared to this build that we have over here. But that's okay, because for now, our plan is to go and improve the path over by the Happy Campers. It'll come as no surprise to many of you that I got a bit carried away. The path extends all the way to Sim's tent over here, but I actually continued it all the way to the campfire area too. I also put these lampposts all around the area where the path is, which I think looks really cool. But I do want to say that these lampposts are not my own design. To find these lampposts, I looked up Minecraft lamppost online, and quickly, before we get on to the big task of the day, I did just want to show you all of the fish that we have in this barrel. So far, we have caught 193 fish, whereas the last 4 videos on the channel have accumulated 615 likes. I can't begin to explain how thankful I am for you taking the chance on me as a small Minecraft creator. Once again, I have cooked, and I'm absolutely in love with the designs that we have. We have a custom little path that leads right through the hill, alongside a custom well that has a goat horn right here on an item frame. We were able to get the goat horn on a stream, which I've been having so much fun doing, by the way. Thank you so much for everyone that comes out to hang out at stream. I really love hanging out with you all. But of course, the show is all about our new storage house, which is the perfect addition right next to our starter house. We have our custom lanterns right here, and on the side of the the house, we have a custom steampunk little like armor thing, which I think looks pretty cool, and it's a nice little accent piece to the build. You can see that we have a massive valley of 2 tall flowers, and it leads over to the side where we actually happen to have a custom tree, which is the first custom tree that I've ever made. You guys are gonna have to let me know what you think of it in the comments below. We used a mix of spruce and dark oak leaves and tons of slabs and fences in order to make little branches on the tree. And gosh, everything is just really starting to come together here. We can head inside our new storage house and you'll see that everything is nice and organized. We have our woods over here and our plant items over here. And then we have a second floor with tons of cherry saplings, kind of giving a testament to oat, who I assure you is on the rise. On this level, we have tons of different bits and bobs. And on the top floor here, we have tons of extra materials that we don't really need. And I must say, it's a whole ton of storage for not a lot of space, but it seems to be doing us well so far, or at least until we see how big we're gonna go in the next build.